Peace and love to all of my soldiers of love that you are now. I want you to know that now you're entering the portal of love. My soldiers of love, my twin flames, my soulmates, and all the above. I don't like to put a name to it because that is so very 3D and earthly. And we like to vibe in the higher dimensions when we're getting into the energies of the soul flames or divine counterparts. The soldiers of love and the divines war. Where unconditional love wins. Okay, I am Virtuosa the Goddess, and I want to get started with the reading. We're going to analyze. I'm going to do a little bit of energy reading from the tarot cards, and I'm going to analyze them. We're going to break them down to see exactly where those of you mostly in separation or what you perceive to be separation or no contact, because that is the group that I'm in. So I'm going to take it upon myself to see what's going on with the connection. Okay, so I pulled some overall energy. Well, first, let me acknowledge the divine. Divine, please use me as a vessel so that I may be of some comfort and some direction for the watchers. And thank you. And I also would like to acknowledge the Ascended Masters, the Elohim, or the 12, you guys call them the 12 Archangels, my ancestors that serve my highest good, and my candle is crackling, so my ancestors are present. Anybody that can help us along this journey to help us go through our initiations with grace and also pass the initiation so that we don't have to repeat them. Okay, moving right along. So I already pulled overall energy. Divine Feminine. We are in Empress mode, which is the number 3 card. That means that the divine is working with us very closely. Because I have a saying that I say on this channel. If you hear anybody else say it on their channel, then I'm going to pop them. I'm just kidding. When you find the 3, you find the 1. Because 1 is of the 3 and 3 is of the 1. So Divine Feminine, you have found the 3. In the traditional tarot deck, the 3 is the 3 of Wands. That means doing your own thing, girl, friend, or boyfriend, whoever's the Divine Feminine that's watching. You're doing your thing. And as you can notice in the back of this card, the sun is shining brightly behind you. So that is divine energy. It's the Holy Trinity, as what I love to show here, that I always have on display. Asar, Set, and Haru. Those are the first, the 2, Asar and Aset, or you call them Isis and Osiris, were the first 2 soulmates, soul flames, twin flames. They called them consorts back then, however you want to put it. Divine mate, were created for one another. So that's what this is. And Divine Feminine, you're working with that energy of bringing, balancing those. You are aligned with divine energy. So therefore, that tells me that Divine Feminine, you are advancing towards union. You are expressing your creativity. You may be finding little joys throughout your day, and you're using your imagination, which is great. That is all about being in harmony with, divine energy. It's creating and using your imagination. As far as the Empress and Tarot, that's abundance. It's the step after you've manifested what you want in the 5th dimension. you're waiting and to see it materialize in this third dimension, which is the physical dimension, and that means that it really is on its way. You stay on this same path that you're on in your joy, in your you know, using your imagination and doing all your spiritual work. So everything that you manifested in the fifth dimension will be coming towards you soon. So the divine masculine is embodying the sun. His energy is radiating. He is in a very happy mood for some odd reason. We're going to clarify the cards, but speaking of clarifying, the divine masculine has a lot of clarity. He is experiencing some harmony and some good fortune, despite what you hear in most cards. I mean, with other readers. Over here, the divine masculine energy, from what I can read, he is being exactly who he is because the male or the masculine energy is the sun and the feminine energy is the moon. So he's being exactly who he, in the role he is designed to play. But we will clarify these because this is just overall energy. So, in this sun card, here comes my analysis. I just made up a word. Divine masculine, that number is 21. 21 is 3. So divine masculine is also advancing towards union, just like divine feminine. He is also aligned with divine energy. The energies connecting the divine counterparts is the moon. So there are some visions. There could be some things and some information hidden from the divine counterparts about each other. I know I haven't felt the masculine energy in about a week or so. And I know why, because I have cycles that are closing, that are very difficult and painful, and you don't want to set your counterpart back any with your own emotions. So I guess we were disconnected etherically, or there were obstacles preventing us from communicating due to these cycles that are closing out. If you remember the reading, I did a reading in November where I stated that this journey or these cycles that we were approaching, I had gotten a downloaded message that there were, or what people call channeled, that our cycles were going to be moving, and they were going to be moving fast and quickly like a roller coaster, ups and downs, and boy was I on point. At least for my own journey at this point. My very last reading, last week or a week and a half ago, my very last reading, maybe I'll try to put that on the top of this reading. But my last reading was about not holding on too tight because Divine Feminine had received the Four of Pentacles. Exactly. Situations where I thought, I never thought, I knew would come, but never thought that it would really come. I've had to release, to let certain people fly and do their own thing and be themselves and be who they were created to be. That was very painful. So it was easier said than done. To not hold on to anything too tightly was easier said than done because I was tested in that way and it was painful. But I've come to terms with it because I realized that my energy affects others as a twin soul, twin flame, soul flame. That my energy is dependent, or our energies are dependent, the earth is dependent on our energies right now. To be able to shine that light. And so that brings me back to this moon card. So there are a lot of things that are held, information that is being withheld from the counterparts at this time, um, so that it won't cause interference with the progress towards union, which the world will rejoice when the counterparts are in union on mission, because they will benefit. They will be the benefactors. So things have to be worked out. Just be patient. Anyways, so Divine Feminine, clarifying the Empress, is the number 9 card. That's solitude, spending time alone. And I believe that's why I had to go through such a painful release, because it was meant for me to spend more time in solitude. Divine Feminine, you're elevating to a higher level of spiritual awakening at this time. We have been reaping a lot of our karma at this time. We're transitioning from the ending of this cycle, heading into a new cycle. How long that's going to take, like I said, it's a roller coaster. It could take you a minute to get to the top of the hill, and boom, you go down, and then boom, you're right back up before you know it. So that's how this journey is going so far. Yes. To clarify the connecting energies, we have the Death card. That's transformation. That's death. This connection had to transform, and then here, right behind that, is the New Beginnings, which is the Fool card. So the connection itself, and the two parties connecting, the Divine Masculine, Divine Feminine, had to go through this transformation process. Or we're currently going through that, because we need the new beginning. The new beginning is here on the table. I'm sitting right here looking at it. So once this transformation happens, then that steps you into the new beginning. Now, what happens between the counterparts after that? Well, first, I'm going to leave you in suspense. Because I really want to know, Divine Feminine, what is Divine Feminine gaining in this solitude? Because I know most people want to know what you're going to get. It's like rewards. Hey, I know we're not supposed to do that, but listen, spending time in solitude, and all these major arcanas, takes you to your destiny. Number 10 card, completion of this cycle. The more time you can spend in solitude, the quicker you'll manifest through this cycle. So emotionally withdrawn is in reverse. It's the 8 of Cups in reverse. So Divine Feminine, we're having problems walking away from emotions that don't serve us. Not necessarily people. It could be people, depending on how your life is currently, what you're operating under. Like, are you already... have you already emotionally withdrawn from things that no longer serve you? Or emotions? I know I had sadness was like my friend. I like melancholy. So I'm having to turn away from that. But it's hard. See, this is upside down. So that means I have not successfully fully done that. And I know this because grief is a process. Grief is not something that you can blink and it happens, and then as soon as I have to, life as I know it has changed dramatically. I can't even recognize where I am. It's so mind-boggling, but it's fantastic, because these are the changes that we asked for. The towers that have come in my life are things that were necessary for all parties. No matter how painful it is and how much you love people, you have to let them fly. Anyway, but another card wants to talk to us. So Divine Feminine, I'm going to pull some Heal Yourself cards before I wrap the reading up, to get us some help on how we could emotionally release the emotions that no longer serve us. Because I don't really see that as people. I don't feel it as people. It could be that emotion could be attached to a person, but because you don't see a person, and you know that from being spiritual, that being away from a person doesn't mean that you don't have that person in your life. It just means you can't touch that person. So you have to cut off the emotions, any negative emotions of sadness, depression, um, anxiety, anything related to that person that it's attached to, and walk away from that. Yes, I think I explained it the best. Okay. Um, did I say the best? Better than who? Well, better than I did the last time. Ha. Okay. So, between the connecting energies is the death card and a new beginning. So, the divine couples are headed towards this new beginning. And I'm going to pull, oh, and then this number 7 card came out. Intuition, positive things flowing freely towards us. We are receiving wisdom from the divine and mastery over our emotional bodies and emotional intelligence, and receiving success for that. So we do have the Triumph card. And the number 7 card in tarot is the Chariot. So this is a yes, this new beginning will happen. And it's happening in the 5th dimension. We're moving in a positive direction. We are overcoming conflict in the 5th dimension. So that is both divine masculine, divine feminine. I mean, this reading is just beautiful. So I'm going to get some clarifiers for the divine masculine. Where is the divine masculine? Up. Two of wands. His energy is in the waiting energy. If you haven't heard from your masculine, he may be waiting on you to call him. You could be on a separate timeline from your masculine, because it looks like he's kind of like waiting and doesn't know where the heck he's going, but he's shining. And where he's headed, there's growth, but where he came from, it was barren, a barn. And the 2 of wands is about his not content with where he is. He's experiencing a little bit of sadness when it comes to his feminine, because he's waiting on his feminine. He's waiting on the go-ahead to call, or he's waiting on the feminine to reach out. However, he is waiting. He is in the 2 of wands. Some people see the 2 of wands as a decision making. But he has more wands. Look at this, the 7 of wands. He's standing his ground. He's doing exactly what he should do. He's using his higher intuition. He knows if he calls you now, it is not ready. The cake is not ready yet. So he's going through some challenges. It's a challenge for him to not be able to move forward. But that new beginning is here. He just needs to continue to stand his ground. And he has the Magician. So he's trying to manifest this new beginning. He is trying to manifest during this time of the waiting game. He's manifesting. I'm curious, what is divine masculine manifesting? He has all the tools that he needs to manifest his new beginning with his divine feminine. He has the go-ahead. He has the green light from the angels, assistant masters, divine, for this new beginning. There it is right there. He's initiating a new beginning. He's initiating this new beginning as he goes through his transformation. So it's all happening at once. He's very ambitious at this time. Look, and positive movement forward. 8 of Pentacles is at the bottom of the deck. So he is moving forward towards his happiness by manifesting and trying to control what he can't control of his destiny. Because he's a co-creator with the divine. He is not the sole creator, although they may think they are. So there's spiritual presence surrounding him, helping him move this along. Okay, so let's see. Yep, and then we have the Two of Cups that just popped out. I was ready to put the deck down. This is what the masculine has on his mind. Two of Cups. Spiritually uniting with his feminine, sharing in that one cup of divine love. And look at the infinity symbol, the longest day, is that what they call it? The infinity symbol here on this cup that represents two people, one soul, or coming, that unconditional love going back and forth, never broken. That's where the souls are. The souls are in the fifth dimension, traveling back and forth through that infinity symbol, back and forth. Now, in the third dimension, now we wilding out and acting a monkey down here. You know. But, so I see that the divine masculine does have some choices. He's probably being tested or initiated, but I haven't seen the initiation card yet. But we'll figure out later if he's being initiated. Yeah, that hasn't come up in the reading, so we keep going. Because that would be, yeah. And he may be, because there are a lot of wands. Indicates, you know, fiery energy. Okay, so I want to pull some cards on Divine Feminine, a Heal Yourself card. What can you do? Hold on, let me get my cord 1 second. But I apologize for the wait. We plug in. I should have did this before, but just got home from work and had the energy to do a reading. Okay. Heal Yourself card. So Divine Feminine, what kind of healing could we use at this time that could help us enter into our destiny card, which is number 10. We can complete this cycle, which is the Wheel of Fortune, which is getting to our destiny, receiving all of our good fortune, and just passing these tests with flying colors. So what can the Divine Feminine, what kind of healing does Divine Feminine need? Ooh, procrastination. So we need to use our time more wisely, Divine Feminine. I know me, I enjoy watching television, but I can't. You know, I will abstain from watching television for 6 months and then binge on one show all day. But that's not proper use of the time, procrastination. So that means that time is of the essence. So in order to heal Divine Feminine, I'm going to briefly go through this book. There's something important that we need to do. We don't need to put off any goals or anything that we have put off. We need to attack them now. Now is the time to attack all goals. And then that would help emotionally walk away from things, because you'll be so busy. So make a task list of things that you have wanted to do. And I know everybody has done that. Especially people who celebrate the new year have done that. Just work on that list, Divine Feminine. And let's see, what does Divine Masculine need to heal? Oh, tell me. Oh, his inner child. Yeah, he needs to work with the divine and reconcile some of the inner child wounds and understand that they were all lessons. And I think I myself have been feeling a bit like my inner child is not really fully happy yet. Um, but I'm working on it, and so yeah, because you mirror each other. So procrastination and inner child. Um, so yeah, passions and hobbies, and finding that time, making that a priority. Matter of fact, don't Divine Feminine, don't procrastinate on your hobbies. Or saying, well, I always want to skydive, and don't skydive. You know, if you can find the way to fit that in, go ahead and do that. And find out what it takes to feel better, Divine Masculine. And let's see, so inner child work and procrastination. And to bring the divine counterparts closer to the Two of Cups, or keep us in that Two of Cup energy, say what you mean and mean what you say. So, healing that will require standing your ground. What the Divine Masculine is currently doing is standing his ground. So, both divine counterparts need to do that. Having honest communication. Just trying to be as honest as possible. But don't hold back your feelings to spare someone, because we're truth tellers, as my son would say. We're truth tellers. So stand on the truth, divine counterparts. Okay, so let me do a Work Your Light oracle card, and then I'll do a Doreen Virtue Romance Angel and get some messages straight from the masculine and from the feminine, and what the divine wants us to know. So we have play. Yep, there we go. Play. Celebrate. Don't be so serious. There we go. Stop procrastinating. We're having fun. You see, she's in this beautiful card. This feminine is in this glass of champagne right now, having a good time while the sun is beaming down on her. So try to have more fun in your life. You don't have to be serious 24 hours a day. So, told you, Divine Feminine going through an awakening. Energetic upgrades, a new way of being, integration. Get those light codes and downloads. So get a good night's sleep. Align your life with divine energy. Don't feel so broken up and confused. What is not aligned or needs to change. Anything that can make you feel whole and stable emotionally. Releasing soul patterns, contracts, and past lives. Unbound. So, I'm thinking that this card, I'm going to say this card means karma has been paid. Karma from your past life. Karma that prohibits you from living out your destiny in this life. And contracts that, some contracts are being redefined and written, because you can't contract, your mother or your children out of your life. But some of the contracts are being reorganized, or they're being revamped, or whatever you want to call them. So that's this card, Unbound. Unbound yourself. Feel free. Feel happy. Play. Allow this energy to come in as you sleep. You see, she's levitating. You probably levitate at night, those of you watching, and don't even know it, because I've woken up to that. And this was when I was not awakened. And they put me on medication because I saw myself levitating. I had a mirror for closets, or my closet doors were mirrors, sliding glass mirrors, and I saw myself levitating. If only I had accepted the phone call in. Who knows how far I'd be now on the journey, because that was 2003. Yeah, a great time to wake up. But, you know, everything happens in divine timing. Here we go, the initiation card. So the divine counterparts are going through initiations. We still haven't made it out of this tunnel into this sunlight. But we're crossing the threshold right now as we speak. So everything that is happening around is cracked open. Certain situations that had to be changed and rearranged that are painful had to happen. It's happening for us, not to us. The ever unfolding rose. And the initiation card. I knew we were being initiated. I just, you know, I knew we were being initiated. So just answer your deepest calling within. Step up and lead. Just put your best foot forward. Let's see if we got another card. We'll get one more for the road. Ooh. Ooh. So the great gathering. It's all coming together. Intuitive hits. Soul tribe. Yep. So your spiritual team is around you, surrounding you now. It is all coming together. Things are working out. You're already on your path. We're already on the path that we should be on. We need to stop overthinking and just follow where we're going. Oh, and then most of us have had past lives in Lemuria. Creating heaven on earth is happening right now as we speak. That is beautiful. Pleiades. Some of you guys are starseeds from Pleiades. Double mission, channeling and uplifting humanity. I think that's all starseeds' job, no matter what star constellation you're from. Okay, so now let's get to romance angels card. And I just want to say I love you all. Thank you so much for watching this reading. If you're new or returning, I love you all the same, but thank you so much for being loyal. Please feel free to leave a comment and hit the like button, subscribe, share. Send me an email, virtuosathegoddess@gmail.com. So, divine masculine, darling, please tell the divine feminine a message. Ooh. You know what? As I was meditating before I did the reading, I knew codependency would come up. Addictions are affecting your romantic life. Yep, I knew that. So he wants you to know that there are some things that he's addicted to, and you mirror each other. So there are some things that are affecting the union right now, and that's just temporary. It's codependency. It could be relationships. It could be substances. Could be alcohol. Could be drugs. Could be anything. Could be video games. I mean, codependency. It could be emotion. It could be anything. So, divine masculine, do you want to leave that on that note? Or do you have another message for the feminine? Playfulness. That's the third time we heard playful. Play. To recapture romance, allow your inner youthful spirit of fun to shine. So he wants you to have fun, divine feminine. Divine feminine, what do you want to tell the masculine? Ooh. You want him to know it's safe for him to love. Open his heart to give and receive the highest energy of all. So she wants you to know, divine masculine, that it is safe for you to love. And divine, what do you want to let the parts know? flirt. Extend your lighthearted energy to others. So Divine wants you to have fun too. And on the bottom of the deck, oh, the cards fell. Let me shuffle. Oh, we had one popper. Give your relationship a chance. Work on your partnership. So, that is it for the reading. Thank you so much for joining me. It has been my pleasure. And I hope you all have a wonderful, wonderful rest of your week. Thank you so much. Don't forget to hit the like and subscribe. virtuosathegoddess@gmail.com. I love you all. Mwah, mwah, mwah.